All right. Last video, we were working on this. So I want you to see how well, let me get a little closer. That is the same as that. And that's what we're looking for. And if you notice, this piece, let me get my finger out of there, is on that same angle when we cut that. So this is different because that's full on piece of 1x4. I like it though. I might start doing that. You know, that's pretty cool. And I like the look of it. You know, any kind of mistake you make on the inside there, which I can show you. There's the back side. But there really is, I can leave a 1/4 of an inch under here, you know, and then I can make any adjustments that I need to make. And there's the other side, not the door side. Same thing, just different. Now the thing is different about that side, this is almost exactly 35, maybe a touch over. This one is 36.5 for this reason. Little magazine rack went there. So they went ahead and made it 37.5 and no, 36.5. And put this little piece of wood there. This will go right there. It'll get screwed in through there, screwed in through here. And then they've got their little magazine rack. That's really close to what was in it, honestly. So, hey, she asked about it. I'm going to do it. Obviously, we're just waiting for putty to dry before we paint. Of course, stain, paint, paint. This is, I'm sorry, I kind of start building things without you, but you guys know how I get. This is the exciting part for me, and sometimes I forget to turn the camera on. So this is the kitchenette, I guess you could call it. Of course, the wheel wells are going to go here, so we have to have that cut out. And then the gaucho is going to butt up right against that. So customer demanded, in a pleasant way, a drawer. I don't know, I don't really put drawers in. I just put storage, and you can, you know, put whatever you want in a cotton box, you know. And then down here, we're going to hopefully find a jerry can that sits in there to run a hand pump for when she goes off grid. Over there, that's for the AC. I had to drop it down because we're putting a stove in there, and her stove is really nice. She had it redone, re-enameled and everything. It's really nice. You kind of get a little profile going right here, and you can see pretty nice so far, I think. I think it's just smooth as heck so far. Anyway, we're keeping that original fiberglass sink. Sink go there. That'll be for the cutout for the stove. Oh, it's not there. Well, I don't have the cabinet there because I haven't finished it yet. Here it is. We don't normally, I've put a shelf in before, and I don't normally, but I did on this one because it came with one, because I have followed that and that almost to a T. I did add that because that just screams Scotty from Bristow to me. So I put that in there. No extra charge, Tanya, if you're listening. That's just on me. And that is almost identical, if not, except for, you know, the openings. But now these Scotties, a lot of them in the 60s had this little spice rack, which I noticed gets taken up by the, well, there's a little bit of 12 volt in there, and then there's a light, and so they're really not even hardly usable when you put a kitchen light in there, and, you know, maybe we're going to put a outlet in there, so whatever it is, they're really rendered useless. So I just took that off, and I made it longer from here to here, a couple of inches, plus that's too close to the flame for my taste. I'd hate for her to be out boondocking and burn down the house. So that's what I did. So from here to here, it was 2 inches longer to give us more storage space. Put the shelf back in because it came with a shelf. I've got to put the face on, so I'm going to frame the face in right now, and then I'm going to put some Luan over the top. Then it's going to be sitting in here with this stuff, just waiting to dry. Because I want to paint everything, because that is paint. Which is, I know, it's what we got to do. But man, it's going to look so nice. Sometimes I'm like, I want you to see how good I did. But it's not about me. It's not about me. So it's going to look great. It's going to look great. I'm just so happy about how this is kind of melding with that to make something new. A lot of people won't notice that it's different because we did keep that on there, a little angle. So it's going to be really nice, and I think it's going to be better for storage. So if I stop yammering on, I think I could finish the front. We're ready to put the front face on this cabinet. So all I'm going to do is I really like to get some glue right on the edges, the outside edge, of course, and beyond that, also the inside edge, because you want your cabinet doors, or not doors, but between this piece and the piece we're putting on, we don't want a space. How's that? Maybe that makes more sense. I was sure I wanted to say something else, but that's all that would come out. But you get the idea. This isn't your first time here, and if it is your first time here, sorry. You'll get a lot of that. Do it twice theater. Trying to stay away from it. All right. So, all I have to do at this point, I usually try to find one or the other that's a square. I mean, it's all square because I made this. But so I take this square angle, I put it on that square angle, and I get it really close. That way I don't have a whole lot of hangover that needs to be routed off. Now I'm going to take my little, well, that's not little, it's regular size. I've got some staples in here. So I want the staples to hold it down until the glue dries. So I'm just going to go along here, kind of hit those. And you don't have to sit around and watch me awkwardly do this. So I'm going to finish stapling. Then when I come back, I'll show you what's next. Got everything. Oh, that one needs, glad I checked that. That staple didn't quite go in. So, of course, this is getting painted. So we've got to, put a little putty on it. And so that's okay, though, because we can put as many of these as we want because we're going to putty them, sand them, and you'll never see it under paint. Hey, there's the good thing about paint. All right, now I've got to cut out around the perimeter, and then I've got to make my doors. So I'm going to put a hole in here for both of those. Now, this is my router. That's just a little bit. It's only got 2 flutes. No, this one has 3 flutes. 3 flutes is better than 2. Costs about $4 more, $5 more, but it's worth it. So I'm going to get a little cutting going here. Ross is probably going to get you a little double timing going here. Woo! Sawdusty. Sawdusty. All right. There it is. How's that make you feel? It makes me feel warm and tingly. I'm having a great time with this camper, and this is the result of it. I just start thinking of different things in different ways, and how can I make that customer happy? And this is one way. So I'm going to get finished on this so that we get to painting. Here's where we sit. Literally. Dinette seating. Looking good. Got our kitchen in, our little tiny magazine rack. Kitchen sitting in there. And there's our upper cabinets. They'll sit about right there. How's that? That's for some terrible camera work. Thanks for stopping by. Looks good though, doesn't it? Man, I really, really like it. So that putty's drying right now, so I've got another piece to make. Of course, you know that the Gaucho is going back here. I really need to get my wheel wells cleaned up and put back in. Probably be happening today as well. And that one. So over here on the door side, I kind of marked where I could start my cabinet. Because remember, we've got AC down there where the usual ice box would have went. And over here will be a jerry can, and that'll be a drawer. So over here, as you've seen in the past, on these 13-footers, what we do is we'll make a 10-inch cabinet, floor to ceiling, except at the top. We're going to come out over the bed a little bit. So that's where the refrigerator is going to go. So it's going to be an upside-down L that we're going to make. It's going to come up right here, and then it's going to go way up and out over the bed, and the refrigerator will be there, which isn't all that inconvenient, honestly. I mean, you just grab whatever you're going to grab out of here, bring it over here to cook. Here, let me get closer. It looks even closer now, doesn't it? Let me get what I'm going to grab to cook, and then I'm just going to put it right there, and we're going to cook. So, I mean, this thing's only 74 3/4 wide. It's not like, you know. Great little camper coming along. It's making me happy. So, I be back soon. A couple of days, maybe next Sunday, with another video for you to show you where I'm at. So, I'm going to work on that cabinet right now.